Don't mind me, I'm just eating mosquitoes. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jim, and as I've said before, I have signed up to do something really stupid. The Kodiak 100's 50K ultramarathon, and I've never run an ultramarathon. Alright, so this is week 3 of the training plan, and it did not go as expected. Monday was another rest day. Nothing big. We, family and I had to run a bunch of errands throughout the day, so it wasn't quite as restful as my rest days tend to be, but that was probably for the better. We had to run a bunch of errands, go to the hardware store, things of that nature. Tuesday, I think I was still recovering from the previous weekend's runs. I was really tired and just couldn't get myself out of bed. I tried as much as I could, but it just wasn't happening. Let myself sleep in a bit. And then we're in the middle of a pretty big heat wave, so that's been really limiting the amount of running that I'm allowed to do. So basically my options are wake up really early to do the run, or wait until everyone goes to sleep. And I don't like running that late because it limits where I can run in a lot of ways. But it is what it is. Once the kids went to bed, I went and ran my 4 miles for the day. Nothing crazy. It actually felt really comfortable. But again, I don't like running at night like that. It always feels, I don't know, it just feels different than running as soon as I wake up. Wednesday was supposed to be another 4 miles, but again, I just couldn't get myself out of bed in time to do it in the morning. And then we ended up having, or then the big plan for the day was to paint our house, so the kids and I did that. And that ended up being a very involved process, as painting with kids tends to be. So that took up the entire day, and by the end of the night, I didn't have it in me to get out there and do the run. So Thursday, I woke up and took my dog out. Like I knew I needed to go out for the run, and I could feel the heat coming in, but it still wasn't too bad. So I decided, okay, it was time. Threw on my shoes, went out and did my 4 miles, and I felt so much better for it. That's the big thing, is your mind will fill you with all these reasons and ideas and of why not to go for the run. You know, I'm a little tired. I got this little ache and pain. It's just I don't feel like it. But as soon as you get out there, you're good. You're like, man, I don't even know why I was fighting. The big problem for me is I tend to start making deals with myself of like, okay, well, maybe I'll get 10 extra minutes of sleep and then I'll go out. Or, oh, instead of doing this, then I'll go for my run then. You know, and that kind of thing. And usually it just means pushing the run off for another day. So it's one of those things I need to get better at. And I'm sure a lot of other people fall into that same boat. So because I did that run on Thursday, and I hadn't done so much physical activity there before, I kind of counted my cross training as being done. Not really the best way to go about things, and something I'm really going to try to be better about. Something I'm really going to try to be better at as the weeks go forward. But going into Friday was a nice recovery day. We still had some more painting to do. But I tried to just take it as easy as I possibly could. And that brings us to Saturday. I already filmed myself for that, so I'm going to go ahead and let myself do the talking. Saturday brings us up here to the Mountain Home Trail up in Angeles Oaks, or technically it starts here in Forest Falls and then heads up this nice winding path about 5 miles of Painesville Oaks. This is by far one of the most beautiful trails that I've been on. I'm looking forward to do more running.
Oh man, I was looking very similar to some stuff from last week. I'm kind of shooting both at the same time, so it's different. It's interesting. I'm hoping this helps kind of with the flow of content going forward. I was really struggling this last week trying to figure out when I was going to shoot the narrative stuff and how that was going to work with the interlaced video I took, and I wasn't really happy with a lot of the video I took. So now I've got my GoPro going. I've got another camera, hopefully coming soon, that'll really, I think, help out with some of the shots, the nice action B-roll shots. So today was 10 mile up here in Mountain Home. Really, really good. I'm very happy. I started out as early as I did. The heat is really hitting. It's already almost 90 degrees at 9 o'clock in the morning. So I'm very happy I'm done now. I was really feeling it on the way back. The last 2 miles of this trail back to the car is fairly exposed, so I'm very happy. Very happy. Very sweaty, very happy though. I could really feel it in my legs. I'm tired. My legs are really tired. And now I get to go home and finish painting my house. So fun times.
All right. Well, I had a whole plan for Sunday's shoot that was going to be very dramatic and amazing, and I'm sure I would have won some awards here or something like that. But things did not go as planned. Once again, I woke up on Sunday and felt just exhausted. After the run on Saturday, I was super tired, just really drained, which I was really surprised with because I felt great on Saturday during the run, leaving the run. I was just feeling great, and then as soon as I got home, showered, just really wiped. So Sunday morning I woke up and just really wasn't feeling it. And then we had a lot of plans for the day. We went swimming, and that helped. I was able to work out the muscles a little bit, get a little bit of exercise in. But by the time we got home, later that night, I was feeling really guilty for missing that run, and with especially how the rest of the week had gone. So once the kids went to bed, I laced up and I went out. And the run was originally supposed to be a 2-mile warm-up with four intervals of 30-second hill reps, followed by 90 seconds of recovery after that, and then ending everything with a nice 2-mile kind of cool down recovery run after it all. And obviously at midnight, that wasn't really happening around where I live. There's not a lot of good hills immediately close by. So instead, I decided to use that time for sprint work, do a little bit of speed work. Not quite the same, but I figured it was okay. Instead of doing a 2-mile warm-up, I did a 1-mile just for time. And then I did that same interval session planned, but instead of it being 30 seconds, it was for about 1/8 of a mile. That's mainly just because that's a nice even stretch that I have to run outside of our neighborhood, where there's a bit of an incline. It's a good straightaway, not very populated, something I felt comfortable doing it again midnight. And then I walked back to the start point and did that 4 times. I was really surprised with how good I felt doing those sprints. I was able to breathe easy. The speed I was able to get to was surprising, and I didn't feel like I had really taxed myself too much, like I have in the past when I've done these kind of sessions. I think in the past I've gone out too hard, and this time I really felt like I was able to push myself to a comfortable point, but not to a point of injury, in theory. And that gets me to the last point of this. Was I was on my way back home trying to do a mile cool down run, and noticed really quickly that my foot was just killing me. When I was coming down the mountain on Saturday, I had landed on a rock kind of weird on my right foot, and not to the point of like rolling my ankle or spraining anything, that it felt like, at least, until I was running home on Sunday night. And yeah, ended up walking for the most part back, and that ended the night and ended the week. Now obviously I was hoping for things to go very differently. Again, if I'm coming to you like this, things didn't go as planned. This is setup I use for work, but it's I wanted to get this video out there. I didn't want to scrap everything I'd done for the week. Didn't want to leave a gap in my training log here. So here's what we have. Next week is a recovery week, so lower mileage that I'm very grateful for. I think I need it. Body's feeling pretty worn, but raring to go, which is odd. An odd place to be. Anyway, thank you all for watching. As always, like and subscribe down below. It really helps out. I'm not a professional in any way, shape, or form. So please don't take my training as advice or instruction for what you should be doing. Please talk to a professional coach and a medical professional to make sure that you are training the right way and you are in a place to train to begin with. Be safe, get out there, and get it done. Talk to you all next week.